Testing. Testing. All right, here we go. Let me do this pop-out chat real quick. I don't even do the pop-out chat. Let me get this set up. All right. Yeah. What's up? What's up, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? It's your boy Puerto Rock 77, your only friend in these YouTube streets. Facts. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing, bro? Let me see the chat. It's getting a little bit live. It's opening up. Let's everybody flow into the room. Jackknife, G, what's going on? What's up? Snow Bunny, hello, how you doing? Lex Perez, what's good? Overdone. Game Over HD. Ant Bro, where's Pony Rock? Pony Rock right here. You know what I'm saying? Julian Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Urban Gorilla. Honey Hot Sauce, what's good? Frankie Man, what's up? 6996. You know, Dan woke up from my nap at the right time. Man, I hope you had a good nap. Rooster W. Rock, I'm selling my Pro to get a Pro. You're selling your Pro to get a Pro? Why? You getting like the God of War Pro or some shit? Reunion K. I do Juegos. Annoying Goblin. You know what I'm saying? Jemiah Dixon. Stardust Cicero. What's going on, family? What's going on, friends? I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. What's today? Today's Friday, right? I'm losing track of time up in here. Yeah, today's Friday. Friday, you know, it's Friday night already. You know, there are days. What's up, Bori? What's up? ¿Cómo está? Everything's chilling over here. Danny Stab. You know what I'm saying? Room's filling up. We got 39 watching. So, you know, you ain't missing nothing as you're filling up. You know, hit the like button. Please retweet it out to your favorite media platform, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, whatever you use. Spread the wealth, spread the knowledge. You know, we're going to kick it in a few minutes. So before I kick off the topics, let me just waste a little time. Still playing God of War. If some of you didn't realize or didn't know, I started over because the God of War mode was just straight up kicking my butt. It was it is what it is. Jeremiah Dixon, $5 for super chat. Shout out to Puerto Rock for getting my name right. Oh shit, Jamia Dixon. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. All right, no doubt. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for joining. More importantly, thank you for rocking out with me. You know what I'm saying? Showan, what's going on? The Coon 1985, COD sucks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for everybody, thank you for rocking out for me. Thank you for showing up. That's why I truly appreciate that. For those that support the channel, whether it's through sponsorship, through the super chat, or through PayPal, thank you so much. It's Jemiah. Oh, Jemiah. Oh, Lava. You got it right the first time, though. I keep messing up. Yo, that's messed up. After you give me your money, I fuck it up, right? I'm looking like the EA now. Once I got your money, fuck the gamers. I got your money. All right, Jemiah, man. But thank you so much for rocking out. Joe Robinson, what's going on? Fax Machine, P-Rock, why is the U.S. military in Germany? Good question. All right. Why is the U.S. military in Germany? Why are we stationed here? Okay. So that question is not really easy to answer. Baron was annoying. P-Rock 77, you rock. Appreciate it. Remington, Canada, straight from Canada. Thank you so much. Random guy, what's up? You like how if you watched the multiplayer podcast yesterday, man, I was giving Baron that work. He was getting that work. Try to come at me. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Telling you. He needs to pay attention to history. He needs to look at what I did to these Xbots over the last couple of years. Don't come at me with your Nintendo bullshit. Don't do it. You're going to feel the pain. But why is the military, why is the U.S. in Germany. All right. So here's the thing. Let's start off with one. Number one, by far, the United States spends the most money on its own military. No, I'm not telling you classified shit. This is pretty much shit you could look at Wikipedia and all that stuff. So this is not really anything classified. On a general sense, United States spend the most money on its military. Because we spend the most money on our military, we have projectable power on a global scale that really no other country has to the level that we have. We could project power. And it's not just power, too, because I know when people think of the military, it's just war. We also have, believe it or not, our secondary mission is crisis response, earthquakes, disaster relief, civil disruption, stuff like that. We are very well equipped to handle those crises as well. So that's the second mission, believe it or not, the United States military has. A lot of people just think of, which for good reason, and plus it's the most popular in terms of stuff like you can see, because there's always the war aspect people notice. P-Rock, I see you're a Marine. I'm a combat vet, 10th Mountain Infantry, baby. I rocks with you, brother. Man, thank you for your service. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man. U.S. military has 6 T-flops of power. Fucking Craig Harris. High-class player, what's up? What else up in here? I do Wiggles. What's going on? Am I going to tackle the anti-exclusive, anti-consumer argument? Yeah, you know what? I'll bring that up. I'll bring that up to the end. Bad motherfucker. It's classified, FN. But we project lots of power. We have the biggest budget, and we have capabilities. Combined with that, the United States, partnered with many nations, are part of NATO. Now, if you don't know what NATO is, keep it short. I mean, because I could go deep dive. It's simply an organization where countries joined, and together they make a decision that we will fight and protect each other's interests and stand by one another. All right? Because the United States invests so much into our military and our Department of Defense, we are able to open up bases, project power, train, equip, have unilateral missions. We're able to do things other countries can't do. Like, France, England, they do the same thing us, just not to the large scale because they don't have the budget. Their countries don't produce the budget. To put this in context, the United States, number one, is the number one country in terms of investing in its military. And then you have the next 24, 2 to 23 or 2 to 24. You take those 2 to 24, combine their budget, and we're still bigger. So our budget is bigger than the next 24 countries combined, So we're able to do things, train, and we train all over the world. We train with Colombia, we train with, different countries in South America, South Korea, obviously France, Germany, Britain. I mean, last year, we trained with everybody. Japan, we train with so many countries out there. All right. And it's to build partnerships and stuff like that. Some people don't like it, but believe it or not, through military partnerships and training and everything that we do, we're able to foster positive relationships with many, many countries because we all have the same ideals, whether we're trained with Taiwan or England or Colombia, Peru, Chile, the Sudan. We train with many countries, and we all, join together in unison. Is it a perfect system? Nothing's perfect, whatever. But that's how we join partnership, and that's how we link and try to merge everybody's self-interest for their own country and try to merge it together for the overall situation. All right. Harry Hound, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Sea of Thieves. Okay, what is it? State of Decay 2. Okay, Punch, Crackdown 3. Man, Cryptic Strong. What are your predictions? What can Microsoft bring the game up at E3? All right, so let me answer that. All right, so can Microsoft bring the game up? Can they can't? I'll say this, Harry. Do they have the opportunity? Do Microsoft have the opportunity to bring the game at E3? Yes, they do. Do I think they have the capability to do so? No, I don't think so. Why? Because I don't think they have the right people to do it. Remember, these are the same people that had that disaster of Gamescom last year, right? It was a complete disaster, worthless. San Diego Comic-Con, and we saw 3 Xbox Inside episodes, which all 3 are disasters. All right? They don't have the right people to say, yeah, that idea is garbage. We're not doing that. They don't have the right people to really come out to design a good show and a good showing. I don't think they have the right person to actually sit at the table and listen and be like, and then they'd be like, hey, what do you like? Let's say if I was at the table, you know, and they'd be like, you know, I was part of it. Puerto Rock 77's at Microsoft table, and we're designing, you know, a show, whatever, this, then a third. They're presenting it, whatever. And everybody's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And they look at me, hey, Puerto, what do you think? Yeah. It sucks. What are you guys doing? All of this just is trash. Nobody's going to watch Inside Xbox because of a music instrument. We're going to show a music instrument? That's how we're going to kick off the first episode. Hey, guys, let's show you a goddamn music instrument nobody gives 2 poops about. No one cares. No one cares. No one wants to see an old guy talk about an old instrument. That ain't it. What makes you guys think this is a great idea? It's not. And then, like the 3rd episode, they'd be like, oh, yeah, and on Inside Xbox, we're going to unveil Halo for, you know, what's that thing called? That Dave & Buster's. So imagine they present that, and I'm there, and I'm listening, and I'm like, oh, okay. Hey, Puerto Rock, what do you think? We all think it's a great idea. Oh, you all think it's a great idea? Yeah? So you think it's a great idea? Busters. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're going to talk about? What's next? A Gears of War at Chuck E. Cheese? What are we doing here? This is Inside Xbox. Can we get inside Xbox? Why is it when we do shows, we do everything for everything else other than the damn console? What are we doing in this office? Now, if I was to be like that, I'll probably be fired. But they need somebody there. They need somebody to be like, who cares about Dave & Buster's? Just tweet it out. Show a little tweet. Hey, in fact, don't even tweet it. Xbox, tell Dave & Buster's to tweet it out. It's their damn restaurant. It ain't ours. Let Dave & Buster's have a little event showing Halo's going to be on there. Why we got to do it? This is Inside Xbox, and we're going to talk about Dave & Buster's, guys, on Inside Xbox. Am I messing up here? Inside Xbox. What's next week? Chuck E. Cheese? Target? What are we doing here? The Great Adventures? Six Flags? Halo, the ride? Well, what are we doing here? This has nothing to do with the point of the program. The program is called Inside Xbox. Can we get inside Xbox? Hey, I got an idea. We made a tweet talking about we're creating a AAA studio in Santa Monica. I don't know. Maybe introduce the people behind that goddamn studio. Crickets? I'm the only one that thought about that idea? Really? I'm the only guy. I'm the lowest paid guy in this room. I demand your salaries. You all have to forfeit salary. Nobody wants to introduce. In fact, who is this guy heading up this studio that's going to make games for Xbox? Anybody? Bueller? Why are we so quiet now? We see, that would be me in the boardroom. I would be like that. Why are we quiet now? Why are we talking about Dave & Buster's and not talking about this new Santa Monica studio? But we want to talk about instruments from the 19th century. Come on now. That's why I'm not so sure. They have the opportunity. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Microsoft has the opportunity to blow E3 out the water. My problem is, do they have the capability? Do they have the talent? Do they have the right people to know what to do to make Xbox? Now, Aaron Greenberg tweeted out, they're going all out. They're going all out. That's what they said, right? Aaron Greenberg tweeted out, we're going all out for E3. That's a nice statement. What does define we're going all out? You know, if Sony and Nintendo told me we're going to go all out, we already know Sony's philosophy. First party exclusive content and VR. All right? We know they're going to go all out. Nintendo, their first party, because that's really what they do the best. All right, I get that. But when Microsoft says all out, I don't know what that means. I could assume, I could hope I know what all out means, but I really don't know if we're in the same wavelength. So that's just my opinion on Microsoft. Carlos Crespin, thank you for the super chat. Wait till Comic-Con. Man, we can't go through another Comic-Con, you know. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I would have done Comic-Con last year if I was on Microsoft. All right? What I would have done was 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month before Comic-Con, I would have identified who are the celebrities or who are the people we're going to get for the show. We need to identify them. And Phil Spencer like, why you need to know? I'm like, Phil, I need to know. Give me the goddamn names. Who are they? What are we doing? All right, fine. We're going to get these 2 girls. They are popular because of whatever reason. Fine. Contact those 2 girls. I'll be like, hey, we're going to send you a demo of Crackdown 3. All right? This is the stage, and you're going to play it for a while. I need you to practice this, whatever, okay? And then at that point, we're going to rehearse how we're going to do this live stream. Because, yes, it's going to be rehearsed. It's not going to be off the cuff. These girls are going to learn to play. They're going to do a mission. All right, we're going to give them the debug version of the game, meaning all powers are unlocked. They're going to have everything, right? Everything, every single power available. The character is going to be maxed the hell out, completely maxed out. All right, even if that stage really is not the point where it's maxed out, that's irrelevant. They're going to have every power, and then we're going to stage everything. They're going to demonstrate all the powers, which they're going to practice over and over. They're going to play those stages to ad nauseum. They're going to know the stage is perfect. They're going to know how to implement the powers, how to use it. It's going to be a show. You know what I'm saying? Smoking mirrors, dog and pony, all out. That's how I'm going to design it. Then comes D-Day, which is the day the show goes live. They're going to pretend like they play for the first time, but in reality, they play that level 100,000 times. And they know all the powers. They're demonstrating the powers. They're blowing stuff up. They're flying through the skies. They're breaking buildings. All this orchestrated, freaking Michael Bay stuff. They're not going to ask dumb questions. Oh, which is the jump button? No, they're not going to do no dumb stuff. It's going to be the most stage-executed event ever. And it's going to look fantastic. The game's going to look fantastic because I staged it. It's going to be all smoke and mirrors. It's going to be movie magic. Now, keep in mind, I never took a class on media or advertisement or stage presence or movie making. I never did that. So if I could think of this stuff, imagine even an amateur Instagram guy, those guys who make Instagram videos. They probably could do something better. Imagine if you get an actual professional to do this. I don't know what Microsoft was thinking. I don't know, which goes back to my point. Do they have the opportunity to have a great show? Yes. Do they have? I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. Next one. Shaw 1W. Thank you so much for the super chat. Wait till E3 is best Xbox exclusive this gen. That thing's getting me. That thing's getting annoying. Wait till E3. It's getting freaking stupid. It's 2018. I mean, we're really saying that. Like, really? Like, what are we doing here? That's crazy, man. We got 104 watching. Hit the like button, and welcome to the channel. Thank you for the support. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for what everybody's doing. Thank you for rocking out with me. All right? Hitting up the chat. Will Douglas, Asset Glitch, Beats Games in Life. Show on again. Chris Jones, Antonio, what's up? Leaky, Danny Stab, Exposing Fanboys, Hannibal Barker. Man, thank you so much for hitting up. Everybody that's up in here. Thank you so much. Somebody, damn, this chat's going through. We're just going through real quick. What I was saying. So I got a war, started over. So I made huge progress in the game. Right now, I'm doing the part with the smoky mist. So most of you guys should know what that part is. That part is very grindy, isn't it? The part where you're in the mist and you have that level and you have to like run and go through the chest and try to gain so much mist currency or whatever so you can build armor and stuff. It's very, very that part with the Valkyrie in there, son. I don't know if I would have been able to done that God of War. Like, God of War mode it's incredible. That mode is give me God of War is so vicious, bro. The Mrs. Anger, really? I don't think so. Maybe I skipped ahead. Carlos Crespin, $2 super chat. Thank you. Megaton E3. Microsoft hires Jack Trenton. Who knows? If they got him, listen, if they got some of the retired PlayStation guys, like Jack Trenton, and hired them on their staff, I think that company will start heading in the right direction. Because Trenton and them guys, they know the vision. They know how to get a console on the right track. And we're going to talk about that in a few. They know how to do it. They do good stuff on that, you know. But right now, I don't know if Microsoft have the right people. I don't know. Let's retweet this out. If you got 55 people watching. All right. So hold on. Let me go. Let me set this up on Twitter again. Let me send this out. Oh man, my computer's running slow as hell. Wow, Derek Jeter's rookie card sells for $100,000 in an auction. Man, I'm such a dumb idiot back in those days. You know, I stopped collecting baseball cards a long time ago. I don't know why. I don't even know what I did with the ones I got. I don't even bother to look back, because if I did, I'll probably cry if I have like a rookie card that's worth so much money and I lost it. So that's why I don't even go there. You know, I just don't. Man, I need a new computer, man. At least upgrade some RAM on this. You know. All right, so we're gonna hit up the first topic. Talk about Battlefield. That's what we're doing. We're gonna talk about Battlefield. Oh, got another super chat. Let me see right here. Let me scroll up. There you go. I just saw it right here. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, so we go. No, I caught up. We caught up. Okay, so build a $700 PC. I might try to do that, because I want to try. You know, I'm looking. Harry. Thank you so much. How about wait till TGS? Oh man, that blew my mind when that was said. You know what I'm saying? You could have gotten a new computer if you kept the rookie card. Oh man, but Harry, that blew my mind. The fact that the fact that those words even came out their mouth was mind blowing. You know, Mighty Mouse was going on. Brian, what's up? Wait till Tokyo Game Show for an Xbox platform. That's just a joke in itself. But let's talk about Battlefield. All right, now let's talk about some things. Did y'all go to the YouTube page to see the trailer on the official Battlefield website, whatever, or EA? That thing has a lot of dislikes. So let's talk about what transpired. Okay, let's talk about a couple of things. I think people are disappointed that it's World War II. All right, for the simple fact is this: World War II makes for a great setting in terms of single player story. You know, my man Brian says Phil Spencer went to Japan to get us some games. Yeah, he went to get the House of Dead 2 arcade machine for Dave and Buster's. That's what he went for. All right. So some people, well, I say a lot of people, it's like mixed bag. A lot of people are looking forward to Battlefield 5. Some people can't stand it because it's World War II. So I'm going to explain from the perspective of people that can't stand it why. So as far as the single player, I think we all could agree that World War II makes an awesome setting for storytelling. And I think maybe because World War II was probably the last war that was clearly defined on good and versus evil. There was no gray area. It was clear. It was classic. It's the classic tale of men and women across countries joining together to fight a great evil. And yes, there was a great evil. It was clearly defined. It wasn't one of those scenarios where it's about politics or differences of opinion, post World War II, like with the Cold War and stuff like that. It wasn't where things were blurred, where the lines weren't blurred because of ideology. World War II was de facto men and women across the world, normal everyday farmers and teachers and students and just, stuff like that came together to fight for freedom. And so in terms of that, it makes for a great background in storytelling and just imaginative storytelling. All right. But for multiplayer, there's only so much you can do because a lot of gamers today want to play with modern weapons. They want modern technology. They don't want futuristic technology that's made up bullshit. They want the technology that the military across the globe is using today. You know, the machine guns, the planes, the tanks, everything modern for the multiplayer aspect. And I think that's why a lot of people have positive reaction with Call of Duty. But going back to Battlefield, I think people were hoping that Battlefield also went back to the modern era. Vice multiplayer being in World War II, especially when a lot of people were playing World War II with Call of Duty last year. So I say that's one of the main letdowns for some people. Uh, let me get a drink. I'm looking forward for Battlefield because the single player, like I said, World War II is a great setting for single player storytelling. It's an amazing setting. Though multiplayer, it is what it is. You know, it does look, and Battlefield always creates these huge, exciting, big multiplayer maps, so stuff like that. What I hear, my man Jemiah said, P-Rock, I did 2 tours in Iraq. If these kids want modern weapons, they need to go to the local recruiter. I did 2 tours in Iraq. But speaking, going over, Battlefield is going to provide big, focused, battles. Call of Duty is going to give you that quick thing, right? But let's talk about the real deal with Battle. One of the real deals of Battlefield is the implementation of females in the game and a female on the cover. I never realized. I ain't gonna say never realized. I didn't. Maybe never realized is a bad word. I didn't think it would be this much of an issue to so many gamers that they have female representation in this game. And I'm seeing so much arguments. Like there's literally threads on Twitter of arguments on why this shouldn't be happening. I mean, you have guys even break down the math that the percentage of women that fought in this war is minute, that they really should have no relevance in this game. And I see these topics and I see these conversations and I see these arguments, and the only thing I could think of is, why are we even talking about these arguments in the first place? Like, why did this? I look back and I'm thinking, why is this even a conversation? Like, what is happening that is upsetting people? Like I don't really get. And then I try because I sit back and I try to play devil's advocate. Like, okay, if what would make me be upset that there's a female character in this game? And then I go, all right, let me list some reasons. And I couldn't list any reasons. Like I try, but I can't zone in on this issue on a video game. Here's the thing. Video games, regardless of how realistic they try to make the video game, is still fake. Video games will never capture realism. We could pretend it does, like graphically and pain and acting and all that. But in reality, video game, the moment you pick up the controller and you go beyond the cinematic screen, there's a whole bunch of fake stuff on the game. The game is just fake. I mean, video games is the only platform, well, besides movie, but where one character can kill 10,000 people. And it's just whatever, It's just how it is. It's fake. Battlefield, I seen, on the multiplayer, a guy flying a plane, he jumps out the plane in the air, snipes another plane, kills the pilot, and then lands on that plane and takes it over. That's just video games. It's fake. It's just creative. If the writers and developers of Battlefield implement women, it's creativity. Let them do their creativity. I don't see how that takes away from the game. I don't see how that threatens men in any way. I don't see stuff like that. I know some people are saying historical facts. Let me ask you this. So when you buy Battlefield, a video game, you're using it for historical facts? You're using Battlefield to learn about World War II? You're using a video game as your medium to learn about the war? You think these stories are an exact replica of what really happened in World War II or World War One? Like this is like when you play a game that's your way, like instead of reading a book, an actual book on accounts of events of World War II, World War One, story mode, you think that's what actually happened in World War One? I'm gonna give you a clue. EA, they could bring it to the game. Obviously, they study certain chapters and stories of a war, but when they make the game, it's just the background. It's what you do in a game never really happened in the World War. They don't recount step by step exactly. They don't take an actual event step by step and then implement it in the game. They just say like, hey, one part of World War II was there was a battle of this city, and these were the units in that city. And they're like, okay, that's all they do. And then they take that information and then they just invent a scenario that may not have even been a mission. In the story in Battlefield, in real life, it may have been the unit was there just as an observation post. But then when you play Battlefield, they're there as a key strategic battle that could end the war. And that's not true. That was not the reason why people were there. In real life, they were just there so they could have a place to serve food to other places. You see what I'm saying? Like the Battlefield games don't tell directly, exactly, specifically what happened in each and the area of story. They just take a generalization and then they implement their own story. So none of the Battlefields are actually real. How do you say Puerto Rock in German? Full Fleiben. And then no, I'm just kidding. I have no goddamn idea how to say Puerto Rock. I don't think they could even say that word. If there's anybody who speaks German, I don't know. How would you say Puerto Rock in German? I have no idea. Maybe look it up on an app. Ask Alexa. Everybody laugh. It's funny. I enjoy listening to the German language. Especially when they're drunk. It's fucking amazing because it sounds like they're angry. It's fucking they could say some of the most simplest romantic words, but when it comes out with a German tongue, oh my god, it sounds like you're being cursed the fuck out. Like it's crazy. It's fucking hilarious. Like it's a very strong language. Even when the females say it, it's like holy shit. But like they're not saying anything wrong. They're not saying anything cursing. It's just a very strong language, and it's fucking hilarious. But back to what I'm saying about Battlefield. None of the stories are direct accounts of what happened. It's just they just take a generalization of what was there and then they create their own spin, right? And they make it fantastic and amazing and mind-blowing. And when you play the game, it's the most important part and aspect of World War I or World War II, and you're all in it. But in reality, doing what you're doing in the game. They totally made it up. The only thing real is maybe the name of the city and maybe the unit that represented at that point in time. But for all you know, the exact accounts were nowhere near happened. Places where you're on a mission, all of a sudden these aircrafts came in and bombed them, to protect you. That may not have happened at all in real war. You understand? So none of it in general is real. It's not real, accurate historical events, fight by fight, battle by battle. A lot of it's made up to create a good creative narrative for the background of World War II. It's like, I'll give you a perfect example. There's a movie called Fatherland. All right. And it's an alternate reality of World War II to where the Germans won World War II. They won World War II, right? Because the United States never got involved. So it's an alternate history where the United States never got involved in World War II. Germany won World War II. So now the countries are aligning under German leadership, right? And one German colonel, soldier, he served honorably throughout Germany, right? He's a German. It's Rutger Hauer. That's why I saw the movie, because I love that actor. It's an old movie, but it's called Fatherland. I love that actor. And he's, a high officer, colonel, and stuff like that. In his mind, he's thinking the victory, with German victory, it could make Europe prosper, all this stuff, right? And then, I can't remember this because it's so long ago, he finds out that Germany was running concentration camps, and he didn't believe it until he saw it for himself. Now keep in mind, he's what you would call a classic soldier: honorable, integrity, morals, and ethics. He had no idea on the backside Germany was doing this stuff. He didn't know about the SS. He was completely oblivious. He was on the front line with his soldiers, motivating them to do what's best for Germany, what's best for Europe. That was the mantra, and he succeeded until he saw what Germany was really doing, massacring people, and what was their true plans for Europe. Because of that, he revealed the plans to the United States, and the United States saw that, so the United States backed out of the treaty, and then the United States started engaging in the war, and then that's how the movie ended. But it was an actual, it's a great movie. German showed up, but because of his morals, of his ethics, he truly believed in what a definition of a soldier. And he's like, wait a minute, we were lied to. My soldiers fought on a lie. The whole thing about the concentration camp was wrong. His ethics went against the better interests of the country because he saw it was wrong. Now the story's fake and made up. They just used the background of World War II to create this imaginative story of what if. You understand? But what's funny is a lot of the accounts were real. The battle with Britain, stuff like that, invading Poland, Winston Churchill, all that stuff. They use a lot of facts to intertwine with the fakeness of the overall story. That is what EA does. They take some bits of facts, for the background, but when you actually play the game, it's all fake. It's fake stories. It's not real. It's not actual real accounts of what really happened. It just feels that way because they're taking little bits of information and you're thinking, oh yeah, they're talking about this, oh cool, so then the rest must be real. It's not like that, that's just how it is. Okay, they just take something that's real and they make a fake story behind it. All right. So with this whole thing about females in Battlefield, I don't see why it's a big deal. EA, again, did what they do normally. They take a bit of information. They found out, hey, there were females fighting. There were female spies. There were actual female soldiers. They were female platoons and companies that were fighting from various nations and different countries. They took a factual piece of information, right? And then they created this big imaginative story, just like they do everything else. They'll take a bit of fact, and then they will implement a big, crazy, exciting Michael Bay level story. That's it. They exaggerate it. Every battlefield you played, even the original ones on PC, all those story single-driven stuff is fake. They just took little bits of facts and they expanded on it for creativity's sake, And that's it. And I don't understand why that's a problem. Let developers do. I don't think it has anything to do with SJW or this stuff with sensitivity. It's just they just being more creative, and they just being more out the box, and that's it. It is what it is. I don't see what the problem is because at the end of the day, it's a first-person shooter. So you're just gonna go in, you're gonna shoot, you're gonna get guns. You're gonna play. It's all about the multiplayer. And like I said, it's all about the multiplayer. Hopefully they'll come out with a great narrative story. And for the multiplayer, it's a fun, great multiplayer campaign. If you guys really want to talk about the politics behind games, we need to be more aggressive against the politicians who blame gaming for violence. That, if I would say, if you're going to get into politics, That's what we need to get into. That's where we need to make sure we cut the BS, because they're trying to create a narrative that gaming is causing the violence in young adults and teenagers, and that's why we're getting all these shootouts. Even the NRA is saying that. The same organization, it was funny, the same organization that's saying guns don't kill people, people kill people, are saying video games kill people. The organization that's saying guns don't kill people, people kill people, are also saying video games kill people. That's who we need to focus on. We need to focus on that. We need to focus on the politicians that say stupid shit. We need to focus on these organizations that are trying to take away blame or whatever from their organization and trying to pin it on another industry. People around the world play games from every region. In Asia, England, Russia, even Saudi Arabia, the Middle East. Everybody's playing games everywhere. And these games aren't the cause of mass violence and all that. P-Rock, some middle school kid killed 2 people today in school. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry to hear that. Yo, that's crazy. And so if everybody wants to, Kuhn says guns don't kill people, bullets do. that is the actual accurate information. It's the bullet that kills it. So if we're gonna rally, if we're gonna corral on stuff, we need to corral behind the politicians attacking our gaming industry. Because I said this before. From the perspective of the politicians, I feel the main reason they're trying to go after gaming is because gaming industry is bigger than the movie and music industry, yet it's an industry that doesn't lobby politicians. There's no gaming whatever that's lining politicians' pockets, because there's nothing to lobby for, because there's no laws, there's nothing holding back gaming for the most part. But if politicians get their way, they'll implement ridiculous laws, ridiculous just legislation that will make it difficult for the gaming industry to prosper and to be healthy. So then the gaming industry will have no choice but to lobby for politicians to take away the laws that the politicians put in the first place. And that's all it is. It's politicians that just wants to line their pockets with gaming money. So they're going to put in the legislation, they're going to put in the laws, so that way the gaming industry can start lobbying for politicians to take away the laws that the politicians put in the first place. Hey! And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It is what it is, man. So Call of Duty, I know we talked about this before. They took away the single player. I know a lot of people are upset. I seen a great video. I forgot who it is, but shout out to the Twitter user that showed me an in-depth video. Someone did a nice in-depth video of the trophies and stuff like that. And they actually show that 45% of the people beat the normal normal campaign, which is pretty much a lot. And then they show that only like 18% of the users prestige. On the first one, the first prestige, only 18% actually does that. And then as it goes higher and higher, it's like less. So it's pretty interesting. I think now I will have to say a lot of people did play single player Call of Duty. They were into it. They were into the Call of Duty single player. So now the question is, why did Activision take it away? Why did Treyarch take it away? Why they took out something that people were enjoying? I can only think to cut cost. I know some people say, oh, it's because they want to focus on the Battle Royale. Battle Royale is free in terms of other platforms like Fortnite. In fact, Fortnite right now is the biggest Battle Royale out there. And it's free. So I can't see them taking a single player game mode just to implement Blackout, which is what they call their battle royale, when other people are doing it for free. I think it's just that, to save time and money. But yet we're still going to pay $60. Because they're not going to offer Blackout as a separate mode for free. Because that's what Fortnite did. Remember, the original Fortnite name, in fact, is still there. The actual initial original Fortnite game is $30. Battle Royale, which is what the mode they use, that is the free mode. Right? So the Fortnite Battle Royale is free. Fortnite, the game, is $30. I don't know if they lowered the price. But when you think of Fortnite, everybody's playing the Battle Royale, though. They're not playing the other stuff. It's easy money, yeah. And my question is, what do we do as gamers? I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's gone. The single player mode is gone. I don't think Activision is ever gonna bring back the single player mode. And I don't think Call of Duty is gonna flop in sales. It's gonna be a good seller. And I think whether a single player mode or not, and I think Activision realizes that. I think the developers realizes that. So Treyarch is the first one. Kind of sad though, because I'll be honest, I did enjoy the single player portion of Call of Duty. They just make great single player. I mean, the high action, it was just great. It was well thought out. I just enjoyed it, So it is what it is, Hit the like button, everyone, and get PR77 and COD DLC. I wouldn't mind me being a character in Call of Duty. That'd be the shit. Michael Pruitt, $5 super chat. Was Laren only in that podcast for free smoke? The fact he tried to defend Activision sickens me. I'll say this. Black Baron is a unique individual that embraces the bad guy. He embraces that role. And a lot of people hate him. But you know what? He embraces the role of being the evil guy. That's just Baron. He will be one way or another. He will be the evil. He's just like him. He's a wrestler. So that's what he's used to. He's used to being booed. He's used to be hated at. That's why he embraces. So Laren's the evil villain, stuff like that. But he caught some out. He caught some smoke, didn't he? He caught some smoke, bro. He didn't like when my man tried to go at me. If for those that don't know, so Baron tried to go at me with what games we PlayStation folk, and he specifically addressing to me that I'm gonna play after Spider-Man, because Spider-Man comes out in September, right? So pretty much he's already pushing that PlayStation's about to go in a drought right after Spider-Man. He goes, you guys are gonna be in a drought. You ain't gonna have no games after Spider-Man. So I go to Baron. I'm like, Spider-Man comes out September. So what you're talking about is really October, November, December. You're talking about the last 3 months of the year. So you're going to come at me telling me I have no games to play during the last 3 months of the year. And that's just still long off, right? So then I ask him, what is he doing this month and the last 5 months? His Nintendo Switch. January, February, March, April, and May. We're talking 5 months. If he's so worried about what I'm going to do the last 3 months, I wanted to know, what are you doing these first 5 months? What are you doing right now? Name me the games. Homeboy named me Wii U games and NBA 2K18. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, are you serious? Here you are, my man, ragging on me for what's gonna listen. For the first part, we're not even there yet. It's May. Can we get through the summer? Can I go to the beach? Can I get a suntan? Can I go outside and grill me some steaks? Can I put a little suntan lotion and enjoy the summer? Can I enjoy a little bit of heat? Can I enjoy a little bit? Maybe go to Ibiza, Spain, and enjoy the beaches out there. Can I do that first before we start talking about October, November, December? You know what I'm saying? Before we get into Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, can I enjoy the summer first? Because the summer is approaching, Hell, can I enjoy the games that hasn't come out yet? My wife is going to bring Detroit from the States because she could get it there for $45. So I'm going to play some Detroit. Who knows what E3 will bring? Who knows shortly what games we're gonna have post E3. Is there summer in Germany? From what I hear, I haven't been through it yet, but from what I hear, there is, but it's very short. It's like 4 or 5 weeks, and then it gets back to being cold. But we'll see. This will be my first summer here. But can I go through the summer first? But he's so concerned about PlayStation's October, November, December, he didn't sit back and think, what the fuck is there to do on the Switch now? What have you been doing on the Switch the last 5 months? And I asked him, what games are you playing? My man said Bayonetta, 2K18, and another fucking Wii U port. Yo, that shit was funny, bro. I'm like, this dude. And then he started going at me. You are in a drought. I'm like, no, you're in a drought right now. And you've been in a drought. And it's going to continue in June. And then if at E3 they say, hey, Metroid Prime 4 is coming out this year, but it's coming out in November, that means, you're going to be in a drought for July, August, September, and October. If the first big exclusive ain't coming out to November, you'll be in a drought for 10 months. Come on, bro. That's just funny, bro. And we even asked him on the show, what game is he playing that's as big as God of War this year? My man said Breath of the Wild. I'm like, Baron, that game came out last year. Hell, that was a launch game. We're talking about this year in 2018. He's like, oh, it doesn't matter. You guys just trying to do a narrative. So I was like, so fuck, using your language, we're going to mention, next year, what big game do you have to match with The Last of Us 2? You're going to mention Zelda again? So every game we mention is going to be Zelda? Like, man, these dudes. Yo, Baron, he embraces the evil villain. Maybe not smart at it, but he embraces it. All right? So anyway, yeah, he did catch some smoke on that episode. But it's all good, though. It's all enjoyable and stuff like that. Hit the like button, all right? We got 103 people watching. Now, PlayStation 5. Ryzen chip. Oh, my God. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now. In about a year or two, right? All the podcasts across YouTube that talks about gaming that you all know and love, we are about to remaster 2016 and 2017. So I'm letting you guys know right now, the future podcasts that's coming are nothing but remasters of what we already did. Because we're going to go back to talking about Ryzen and Vega technology. We're going to have the same exact goddamn discussions that we had in 2016, 2017. So I'm going to tell you, 2019, 2020 is going to be the remastered versions of 2016 and 2017. Oh, I'm dreading. Oh, my God. I'm so dreading these conversations that we're going to have in about a year or two. I'm so dreading it. Like, yo, oh, my God. We're going to talk about Ryzen again. We're going to talk about CU and CUDA cores. We're going to show pictures of bugs in 4K. We're going to talk about how many CU cores there are. Oh, my God. It's going to happen all over again. No, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. We're gonna have podcast after podcast of Ryzen chip back math. It's gonna. I'm telling you. Listen to me. Listen. Listen. Have I steered you guys? For the most part, I don't steer you guys wrong. 2019 YouTube conversations is gonna be the remastered versions of shit we already said. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is going to be terrible. We're going to have that same conversation of what Ryzen is going to do, and what's going to bring to gaming, coupled with Vega and particle effects and CPU cores and T-flops. And oh, snap. Oh, man. Is my stuff buffering? Or is it really? No. Or am I streaming from a Switch? I got a cable. I got it plugged in. Let me make sure I don't have my Wi-Fi enabled and it's interfering. Let me turn that on. All right. Wi-Fi is turned off. So it should be straight. Let me refresh right here. and I took off the network setting on my PlayStation because I have my PlayStation set as a priority.
Let me refresh right here.
All right. Pause it. Pause. 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 There we go. I don't know what to tell you guys. I wish I could tell you more, but your internet is trash, fam. My internet? Oh, mine or the other dudes? I don't know. Here we go. So we're going to talk about PS5 right now. But in order to talk about it, I need to give you guys some context. So I'm going to share my screen because that's who I am. I'm Mr. Share My Screen. Wait. Hold up. Let me set this up. Boom. And then we got boom. And now we share my screen. And then we hide this. And now let me go here. So let's talk about it. In order to understand when PS5 is coming, we have to look at how well PS4 is doing now. So this is all slides that Sony released, right? As you can see. Hold on. Let me do a pop-out chat just in case you guys talk to me. All right. So we're going to do a little pop-out chat. Let me fix this pop-out chat. Okay. So as you can see here, no, go back. What are we doing? Okay. All right. Or maybe if I could put on this. Yeah, I'll put on this side. Okay, I'll put on this side right here. Come on. Puñeta, ¿qué tú estás haciendo? All right. There you go. So as of March 31st, 79 million sales of PlayStation 4, 80 million monthly active users on the PlayStation Network, and PS4 gameplay, 800 million hours of gameplay per week as of the final week of December 2017. 800 million hours of gaming per week. And hence game lineup, 246 million games sold of fiscal year 2017. And then the growth of the PlayStation Plus network. 17, 16, 15. So 15, they had 20.8 million. 16, they have 26.4, and now they broke to 34.2 million. Right? So that's what we have. All right. This is success right here. On the next slide, challenges and improvements, VR market growth below expectations. So they're admitting that the VR is slower than what? Market and future business model remains uncertain. So they're not sure about PlayStation View. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest. On this PlayStation View, it's going to be real difficult. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you guys. All right? Who here, hit 1 if you use PlayStation View. If you're subscribed to PlayStation View, hit 2 if you're subscribed to cable or satellite. Hit 3 if you're not subscribed to any service. You only have internet and you just rely on Netflix and stuff. Okay? So, number 1, PlayStation View. Number 2, some type of cable satellite service. Number 3, none of the above. You strict to Netflix and stuff. So, Jay Fonzarelli's 3. Juegos is cable. 3 is Netflix. 1 is View. 3 is Netflix stuff. Netflix. We got cable. All right, just Netflix. Cable. I don't watch TV. Waste of time. My man's out there, getting his lift on. 3 is just Netflix. 2 is cable. So a lot of 2s. All right, 3 for life. So I'm going to help you out. For everybody that is number 2 and maybe even number 3, all right? Even for some of you, that's number 3, all right? Unless you're on Cody and you pirate shit. That don't count. I'm talking about, if you don't do that Cody illegal shit, but I recommend you guys look up Set TV Now, all right? If you watch TV, all right? Especially if you're number 2 and you have cable or satellite. Look up Set TV Now. Look it up now. They even have a field trial offer, all right? The reason why I recommend Set TV Now, and I got it, in fact, I could show it to you. All right. I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. Let me show it to you. Well, I'm going to show it to you in a few. All right. I'm going to show it to you in a few because the TV's right behind me. Set TV Now for $20 a month. You get everything. The only thing is, it's an IPTV service, meaning it streams all those channels. You get everything based off your internet. It's not an actual cable. It's not a box. You see what I'm saying? For the people that are asking what the numbers mean, hit 1 if you subscribe to PlayStation View. Hit 2 if you have cable or satellite type service. Hit 3 if you don't subscribe to anything, you just rely on Netflix, Hulu, and stuff like that. For people that says in America, no, it's worldwide. You can sign up, set TV now. Doesn't matter what region in the world. It is not region restricted. It is not blacked out. Like I'm in Germany and I'm using it. You see what I'm saying? Look up Set TV now. Right now, you could get a 24-hour free trial. All right. It has every channel: HBO, Cinemax, Stars. It has TNT, all those cable channels. Plus, all right. Plus, it has the MLB subscription. It has the NFL. It has the NFL channel. It has the NBA. It has some soccer channels. It has a whole bunch of stuff. It has movies on demand. You can see every show. It even has a couple of movies that's in theaters right now. Not a lot, not all of them. I guess is whatever subscription you got. If you got cable free, then you're good. Then if your cable's free, then it's free. Obviously, free 99 is the best. But if you're paying for cable right now, yes, it has TBS, it has TNT, it has the CW. Japanese channels, I don't know. I never bothered to look. It might. I'll put it up now. All right. It has CBS, NBC, ABC, CBS. It has all that stuff. It has all cable channels. It has everything. All the Showtimes, all the Cinemax, it has all those major things. It has all the MLB packages. It even has NFL Red Zone. It's all part of the thing. All right. It's called Set TV Now. All right. Whatchamacallit. If you have an Amazon Fire Stick or an Amazon Fire TV or some other type of box, it will show you how to load the program onto there. So you can direct access it through those things. It'll show you how to install it on your laptop, on your computer, whatever. Just go to Set TV Now and do it right now. It's $20 and I'm going to show you. Yo, it's crazy. It's dope. Set TV Now. Set TV Now. Set TV Now. They even have a 24-hour free trial. Go look it up, all right? Especially if you are a cable subscriber, all right? This is definitely, because it will give you all the channels, all right, of on your cable subscription, all of them, right? For only $20 a month. $20 a month. And you can cancel anytime, all right? $20 a month. Just look it up now. Just check it out, see if it fits. You can look it up now and you can see all the channels that they offer. Just go on the website, Set TV Now. Go on the website, look at everything they offer. Get your 24-hour free trial, install it on your laptop, on your tablet, on your computer, and watch TV. And you'll be amazed. And that's it. And that's what you get for 24 hours. And it works all around the world. So if you're in Germany, if you're in France, if you're in America, Mexico, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could get money. I don't get a dime out of this. But the reason why I'm mentioning it, because you know what? I'm kind of pissed because this has been around for a couple of years now. You know how much goddamn money I spent on fucking time? Excuse my language. You know how much money I spent on Time Warner? I was spending like $170 a month. All right? Set TV Now. Google that stuff. It's legit. It's not a pirated thing and stuff like that. I think also those PPV fights, to be honest, because I've seen slots for pay-per-view fights, but it's inactive because I guess at the time there was no fights in it. So check that out. I mean, $20 a month. I got all the HBOs, all the Cinemax, all the Showtimes, all the Stars channel. Right now I'm catching up on all the episodes of Flash. It's crazy. All right, but anyway, bro, $210 for Comcast, bro. You need to go Set TV Now right now and cut the umbilical cord. Just keep the internet and get rid of cable, and that's it. Anyway, so now back to this. So the reason why I mentioned Set TV Now is because of this PlayStation View. For those of you who have View, I think Set TV Now is the better option. Because I know some people, they got rid of their cable subscription. They got rid of Comcast. They got rid of Time Warner, Charter, Spectrum, whatever. And they went with PlayStation View because they got a lot of channels and it was cheaper. Well, I'm telling you now, Set TV Now is much better than PlayStation View. Much, much better. So I can see why Sony says market and future business model remains uncertain because there's people who does it better. And then Forward Works. I have no idea what the hell that is. Delays in title development, still investment phase. I don't know what that means. Next one. Enrich, utilize exclusive titles. Codera, who's now the head man in charge, they put a big emphasis on exclusives. And it's about time Sony truly got serious with exclusives. The dynamic changed with the PS3 because it wasn't selling in the beginning of the first 3 years. Third party had to look for a multi-platform strategy, vice the traditional, we only support the best-selling console that was pretty much the predominant strategy during the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 1, Super Nintendo, Genesis, during those eras. Because PlayStation 3 wasn't selling too well, they had to put their games on an Xbox 360 because that was a console that was selling a lot of games. And then at that point, the industry realized, third-party industry realized, it doesn't matter who's doing better, whatever. We're just going to put out games on everything anyway because that's the best strategy for us. No longer will we adopt supporting, or at least exclusively supporting, the best-selling console. Now, of course, now everything transitioned over to time deals and marketing rights, but for the most part, pushing one game on just one platform doesn't go well with third-party. So first party, in my opinion, had to adjust to the new environment, and Sony's doing that. They realize if the console's supposed to have exclusive, it's supposed to have a library that differentiate itself from its competitors, because the competitors are going to get these third-party multiplats. So how do we say, hey, this is stuff you can get on these other consoles? They have to double down on their first party, and that's clearly what they're going to do. They're going to double down on their first party, and I like that. Leverage install base and active users. What that means is, and this box right here, if you see it right here, we're going to go back to this box. This is important. Leverage install base and active users. And as you can see, the arrow's going up. Highly important that we talk about that. Grow and improve recurring revenue. So as you see, PlayStation Plus, Store, View, all this other shit. Excuse my language. Next slide. User engagement. Balanced game portfolio, as you can see, shooters, sports, ghost horror, racing, free-to-play, IP franchises, esports. They're trying to put their finger on a pot on all of this stuff. Okay. All right. Various cycles, PlayStation, strengthen the IP, exclusivity, utilize catalog, platform of choice, rich features, attractive services, improve ecosystem, expand user base, increase playtime, PS Plus, enrich membership, grow revenue. Outcome, monthly active users, retention, cash conversion cycle, cash flow. So let's talk about this real quick. Strengthen the IP, that goes without saying. Give us more IPs. Give us blockbuster exclusives. Whether they do it themselves or they leverage developers out there for exclusive deals. Platform of choice, rich features and attractive services. I think the platform of choice will become the platform of choice if they go back and strengthen the IPs. If you push out great exclusive, you push out great titles, it will be the platform of choice for a lot of gamers. Improve the ecosystem, expand user base, increase playtime. This is where they have to implement a couple of things. Well, one main thing. My man Muzi, all the way from South Africa, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the show. It says right there, improve the ecosystem. The best way to improve the ecosystem is make it a platform built on dedicated servers. Give us dedicated service. Just give it to us. That will dramatically improve our network, increase the download caps so we can download our games faster. That way we don't have to wait 6-8 hours to download games. The faster we're able to download games, let me understand this, and I hope Sony's listening. The faster we can download games, the more inclined for us to buy games because we know we could get them fast. If you could give us those games and help us download them quickly, we will invest and buy more. Same thing with them patches and downloads and updates. Make them quick, make them fast, make them efficient so we could get into the game. Because the longer it takes to download a patch and you lock us out of the ecosystem, the longer that's time we're not playing. Think about it, Sony. If you have like if any of these games have 3-4 gig patches and it takes 5 hours to download and install, that's 5 hours we're not playing that game. I want you to think about that. Give us name change. Give us name change. Sony, give us name change. You have a lot of users that started gaming on the PS3 at the age of 13, 14, 12. And at the time, they picked a name that was relevant to them at that age, whether it could be a favorite cartoon, a character, comic book, whatever. Or maybe just because, most 13-year-olds lack maturity, they picked a weird name or whatever. But they're grown, since the days of the PS3, 7, 8, 9 years ago. A lot of these guys are now 20 years old, 22, 23, 24, 25. They're older. They're more mature. The names doesn't fit who they are. You want to keep them on the ecosystem, allow people to change their names so they can grow with that same account without having to create a new account and lose everything that they had. All right. And then finally, PlayStation Plus, grow enrich membership, grow revenue. You have to make PlayStation Plus more attractive with every cycle. Provide better games for free. The PlayStation Plus games, provide better games, provide incentive to the service. Because even though we're used to it, I still say it's a shitty deal that you lock multiplayer behind the paywall. I know the free-to-play is not locked behind the paywall, but every other game is locked behind the paywall. But it is what it is. At the very least, keep providing great incentive to make PlayStation Plus the type of thing people will pay for. All right? And something useful. Now, this right here is what I want to talk about. This is the slide right here. This is the big one. All right? Now, follow along with me. This is the PlayStation 1 cycle. Right here is all the money they made. Okay? In 95, they lost money. Usually the first year, you're going to lose money because that's where all the money investment is to launch the console, the research and design, all that stuff. Then in 96, you saw how much money they make. 97 made a lot of money. 98, a lot of money. So really 1, 2, 3. So 3 years. And then they start bottling down. 99, they made money, but not as much as the year before. And then 2000, boom, they bottomed out big time. Why? Because, again, it was the launch of the PS2. Then the first year, they made a lot of money. Second year, they let a lot of money. And once again, well, this time even sooner, because if you looked here, I don't count the initial launch year as a year. I count, the following year. So as you saw, first year up, second year up, third year up, third year, fourth year down. First year up, second year up, and then right off the bat, third year down, fourth year down, fifth year down. Now, these 3 years that are down, they still making money. It's just not as much as the previous year. Then comes 2006. My God. Look how abysmal that looks. Jesus Christ. Yo. Do you see this? PlayStation 3, look how much money they lost the first. And I don't even count, like I said, the first year I don't count, but look how bad that is. Hold up, I need another drink. Yo. 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 Do I got any alcohol up in here? You done messed up, Aaron. Oh my God. Son. Do you see that? Yo. Yo, Sony's crazy, kid. Cell processor, bro. Do you see how bad? No, and this chart came from Sony. Woo! No, so this isn't soda. This is some orange pop. This is sparkling water. Cascade ice, 0 calories. Naturally flavored sparkling water, 0 calories. See, 0 calories. This helped me See, sugar-free, sodium-free, gluten-free, caffeine-free. This helped me kick my habit with soda, drinking Pepsi. I used to drink boatloads of Pepsi. I'm talking a lot. But anyway, wow, 2006. Woo! Then you look at 2007. It's still a loss. It's not as much as a loss, but it's still a loss. 2008, loss. 2009, loss. 2010, they finally made a little bit of change. They made some change in 2010. 2011, I think it's like on the line. Then, as you can see, 2012 and 13, they lost money, but not as much as what they do before. In fact, if you notice, 2013, right? 2013 is right in line with kind of like 95, and it's like in the middle. It's a little bit more than 95, but a lot less than the PlayStation 2 in 2000. So as you can see, Sony learned. They learned their mistakes from 2006, 7, 8, 9. They learned their mistakes from the PlayStation 3, right? But now look at the metrics of PlayStation 4. Look at 2014. Look at 15. Look at 16. Look at 17. 18 so far. They just keep going up. And they're at their highest. What did I do? Get your punk ass back here. Go back. You see? They're at the highest than they ever been before. Look how high this is. Look. In fact, right here in 2016, if you look at the chart, they already made more money than 1998, which was the highest revenue they ever earned. So it looks like 98 before the PlayStation 4, before this, 98 was the highest on the PlayStation 1, 97 was the second highest, and 2002 was the third highest. So PlayStation 1 had 2 out of the 3 highest profit margins or money revenue for the PlayStation brand. For the PlayStation 2, it was 2002. All right, so that was top 3. They broke that in 2016 on the PlayStation 4. So that became the highest. And then 2017 fiscal year, and now 2018. And 2018 is not even over. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. You see this? This is and what this means. I know some people thinking, Puerto, why do you care? Because you know why? Because all this right here that you see, I mean, Sony has the capability to invest and throw down on games. They have the ability to produce more games. They have the ability to create more studios. They got that leverage. You know, they have that's it. Now, you see the growth of this, right? You see the growth of this, right? So what does this have to do with the PlayStation 5? I want you to see how high they're growing. And now I'm going to go back to what they said here. This right here. Remember I told you I was going to go back to this slide? This is where it comes in full circle. It comes in full circle. It says right here, they want to leverage the install base and active user. Okay? They're telling you they want to take advantage of what they grow right now on the PlayStation 4 platform. Okay? They can't do that if they release a PlayStation 5 anytime soon. Because when you think about it, the moment you release a PlayStation 5, you pretty much hit the reset button. Sure, there's still people on the PlayStation 4, but now everybody's going to start trickling towards a PlayStation 5, which means that many gamers, unless the game is on PlayStation 5, they're not going to buy it, even if it's a new PlayStation 4 game. They don't want it. They bought a PlayStation 5. They want PlayStation 5 games. So at that point, Sony either make it cross-platform or forward compatible or something. But chances are the title Sony wants to release, they want to take advantage of this huge growing base that just keeps getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. PlayStation 4 is doing stuff that no PlayStation platform has ever done before. And you can see it. Not even the PlayStation 2. Nothing. No console in the PlayStation brand has done these numbers. And I will say no platform in console gaming history has done this. PlayStation 4 is by far the most successful console ever in gaming. So with that, and I could close this out, I could now go back to, because I know you guys miss my face. We will go back to, there you go. Go back to seeing this with my big hairline. Y'all some cruel dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Show respect to the elders. Y'all cruel. Don't be making fun of my hairline. I was born like this, Still pulled the bitches, though. Yo, on the real, though. On the real. Let me get my pop-out chat. Where's my pop-out chat? Where you at? Let me go back. All right. Oh, this thing still moving? No. There we go. All right. So with that, the massive success of the PlayStation 4, it's a couple of things. Number one, it's going to be hard for a new console to try to take over. I think Sony is going to, like you said, you saw it in their own words, in their own diagram. They want to leverage what they built on. And I think that's a good thing. I know some people, they want the console cycle. Didn't notice the headline until he pointed it out. Oh, man, I should have kept my mouth shut. No way. Hey, you know what it is? I recognize, all right? I recognize. It is what it is. I think it's a good thing that Sony takes advantage of what they established, that they keep pushing more games. I know some gamers, they want new hardware. They only want consoles to be 4 or 5 years. I think for us to see significant upgrade in consoles while still maintain some level of affordability, like the $400 price mark, which I think is important. You have to give time for the industry to create the right hardware, and then let it be mature enough to where we don't end up paying $500-$600 to get the power that we need. Like I said, Ryzen came out last year. If a PlayStation console comes out in 2020, Ryzen technology would be technically 3 years old by that point. So I think it will be a little bit more affordable to have a console with Ryzen and Vega architecture and just give us the performance that we need and stuff like that. But based on how I see from PlayStation, I don't think Sony's any rush to release a PlayStation 4. They're not going to take forever either. It's not going to be like 2023 or 2022. I honestly think 2020 is going to be the right mark for PlayStation. I don't think so. I think at best, maybe a 2019 announcement for a 2020 release. And I will say this. I think there's a possibility that Sony might release the PlayStation 5 in early 2020. I think, because I'll be honest, I think what Nintendo did with the Switch was a brilliant strategy. I think releasing the console in March was an amazing strategy. Now, people might think, why? Why was that an amazing strategy? Because usually when a console launches, there is only so many consoles that could be launched in a given month. Because you're ramping up the manufacturing process, It takes a while to build up, So when you have a console launch, there's only so many. That's where, the consoles get sold out. Oh, I can't find a PlayStation anywhere. Oh, I can't find an Xbox anywhere. It's because not enough were produced in the first place. But if you release it early 2020, granted, you're not going to have a lot, but over month after month after month, they will ramp up inventory. And then when November comes, Sony can provide a nice, huge amount of consoles that they could sell. An inventory of 1 million consoles or so. Consoles all worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So I think Nintendo had a smart strategy. Release it early, build it up, and then November 2020, boom. By that point, inventory, pre-orders, and all that weird stuff, it'll just be available and everybody have access to it. There'll be the library will be a little bit more, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's just my thing. That's just what I think. I think that would be smart. If it happens anything, a 2019 announcement in June, E3 of 2019, with an early release of 2020. Best case scenario. Do I think there's going to be an announcement at E3 though at 2019? I don't think so. Unless they release in 2019, I don't think there's going to be any word or talk, because at that point they're still going to want PS4 to sell. So they're not going to mention, we're making a PS5, and then that could inhibit potential PlayStation 4 sales. So they're just going to keep quiet, announce it in 2020. Could be early 2020. Kind of like what they did with the PlayStation 3. They unveiled it early 2013 in February, and then they launched it in November 2013. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. So I think PlayStation 5 is coming in 2020. That's just my prediction. We'll see if I'm right. Okay. Couple of things to catch up. Someone brought up a good point. PlayStation 1, what's it called? Classic console release, kind of like what Nintendo did. A classic PS1 mini. What do I think about that? To be honest, I would just rather have them. Well, I guess, because there's people who probably didn't buy a PlayStation 4, and a PlayStation 1 Classic Mini would be one of those consoles that just bring back memories for a lot of people who don't play games anymore, but they used to play, and they used to play on a PlayStation 1. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. I definitely would like to see PlayStation 1 games on the library so you could buy. It is what it is. That's one point somebody wanted me to bring up. Another one, what else they wanted me to bring up? Detroit Become Human. Let me talk about that. Reviews are mediocre. I think it's a 79 Metacritic. This is one thing I don't understand behind the hate of Detroit, for those that hate. When Telltale releases games like Batman: The Enemy Within, the Telltale series, Tales of Borderland, Games of Thrones, you don't see hate behind those games. You don't see nothing. But when Detroit came out or Heavy Rain comes out, that's when everybody wants to be like, these movie games suck, interactive cutscenes, all this stuff. But you never see those guys complain about what Telltale does. I think it's safe to say that it isn't the fact that it's an interactive movie, it's the fact that it's an exclusive to the PlayStation platform. Because if it was truly a knock on interactive movies, then they would be knocking on Telltale games, because Telltale games are an interactive movie. What's hilarious is the Nintendo, and I caught Baron on this one last night too. What is hilarious is freaking Nintendo dudes knocking on interactive movie games, yet these guys on their handhelds, on the DS and on the 3DS, they used to play Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. Who's familiar with that game? Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney? I played it. That's an interactive movie game. So I don't understand. These guys were playing Ace Attorney. It was even on the Wii, I think, if I remember correctly. Well, what are we doing here? So how do Nintendo games not like interactive movies when they played the hell out of Phoenix Wright? In fact, that was one of the games, or the reason why they said DS and 3DS or whatever is better than the PSP and Vita, because they got great exclusive games that are handheld, like Phoenix Wright. Cooking Mama games. Like, come on, like, what are we doing here? So now we don't like those Nintendo guys don't like that game, but yet they've been playing Phoenix Wright. I guarantee if a new Phoenix Wright gets announced for the Switch, they'll be all over that shit. That game will sell like crazy. Guarantee it. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just crazy. But, I kind of had a feeling it wasn't going to be like a 90 rated game because those games rarely rate that high. The genre is not a very, I was going to say it's not a very popular genre, but I don't think that's the right word. It's not an easily accepted genre. I'll say that. Does that make sense? The genre is not very accepted by a lot of people. So some people, just the fact that it's within that genre, like Until Dawn, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Tales from Borderlands, all those type of games. Is the fact that it's in that genre in of itself is already people are gonna knock it, and that's fine, But my wife is gonna bring it for me from the States because we could get it over there for $45 because I'm on the Best Buy Buyers Club, Gamers Club, and I missed out on that promo Sony was doing to get 20% off on Until Dawn on Detroit of Quantum Dream games. Some people mentioned right there in the chat, Fahrenheit. In the States, it was called Indigo Prophecy, and I enjoyed that game. I really loved that game. It was, in fact, that was my first experience in that genre, in the way that it was told. And I'm like, man, this is amazing, and I just loved it. And since then, I've been playing the Telltale games. I play Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. I'm looking forward to this until I do my lawn. That's hilarious. I played Until Dawn, loved it. I even got freaking what's it called? The people who made Until Dawn, Hidden Agenda. And I played that single player. But the thing I don't like is you have to use the phone because that's how the game's made. But still, I played it and I love it. I just love the game, the lead actress is the female character in Arrow, the show Arrow. What's her name? Laurel? Her name is Laurel. Yeah. She's one of the lead actors in the game. That's hilarious. Yeah. The way it starts, woo, that's what blew my mind. I was like, what game is this? Oh man. What's Hidden Agenda? Just look it up, but it's not a traditional game. It's meant to be more of a party game. So look up on YouTube Hidden Agenda and see what they tried to do with the game. But I ended up playing a single player by myself, too. And it was pretty good. It's a pretty decent story. I enjoyed it. I'm trying to get the perfect ending, but I stopped there for a while. But, I just love those games. I enjoy those games. If Xbox got a couple of games like that, I would buy it day one. I don't give a fuck who make it. If Rare fucking made it, excuse my language. I gotta stop cursing. If Rare made the game, it's a Playland game, and I enjoyed it. But I enjoyed those games. We did play. I played it with I played Hidden Agenda with my wife, my daughter, and my brother-in-law. All four of us. Yo, my wife was getting mad. You know what I'm saying? Because we kept, you just see the game. You know what I'm saying? We kept ruining it for her. But it was fun. It was a lot of people. We were all looking at each other like, all right, who's doing what? It's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool time. All right. So the one last thing I want to address, and this was brought up, the argument about exclusives being anti-consumer. Alex, oh no, it's Alex, I think his name is. He's part of the Press Start podcast. He made a tweet saying, if a company pays another company to make a game exclusive to their platform, that is an anti-consumer practice. So for example, let's say if Sony goes to Capcom and pays for a game to be exclusive only on PlayStation, that's an anti-consumer move because it's preventing the game from going on other platforms that consumer has. All right. And I replied saying that is not an anti-consumer move. In fact, the term anti-consumer is being abused. Okay. That is not what anti-consumer is. That is not the definition of anti-consumer. If you go and look up court trials, and victories about anti-consumerism, that does not define anti-consumerism at all. In fact, I'll give you a perfect example of of a scenario that is literally um, anti-consumer, and they're getting away with it. And it's PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus is an anti-consumer move. Xbox Live Gold is an anti-consumer move. Those are anti-consumer moves, and I will tell you why. So you go buy Call of Duty, right? When you pay $60, Activision is selling you a game with the content and the multiplayer included in that price. How do you know? Simple. You buy that game, you put it on PC, and you play it. That means when you buy that game, all of it is what you pay for, $60. That means you get to play for it. PlayStation and Microsoft, they created a system to where, despite the fact that you pay $60 full price for all content that's available on that disc, you are locked out on many features of the content unless you pay another fee to access. That is what anti-consumer is. I paid for a product, therefore the product should be on mine, but I don't have access to that product because now I have to pay somebody else to access something I already paid for. Does that make sense? That is an anti-consumer practice. That is anti-consumerism. Okay? Things like that. That's one huge example. If Sony goes to Capcom or goes to Konami or goes to another one, or Microsoft, if Microsoft goes to Capcom, right? And they go, hey, we want you, hey, that game we hear you're making, we want it exclusive to Xbox. We're going to pay you money. We don't want any other platform. If Microsoft does that, if Sony does that, because I don't want people to think, oh, you're just Sony posing, defending Sony interests. No, if Microsoft did that, that is not anti-consumerism. That's just business. Why? Because the people making the game, they're the ones ultimately decide if the game's going to be multiplayer or if it's going to be on one platform. It's their decision. It's their game, right? I even brought up another scenario outside of gaming. Outside of gaming, I wanted to see how he would respond. I said it would be like Chevy, Chevrolet, makers of cars, right? They go to Bose and they get into agreement for Bose to create an exclusive next generation car audio system, and it's only going to be installed on Chevy brand vehicles. No other brand vehicles can get it. Ford, Nissan, Toyota, Oldsmobile, whatever car that's out there, even Ferrari, BMWs, Mercedes, none of these cars can get it. It is exclusively to Chevy. Chevy went to Bose, Bose designed it, they built it, and now they're implementing it on every Chevrolet car. He says, yeah, that's exclusive because, now I have to buy a Chevy car instead of my own. I'm like, okay, so see, this guy totally lost the concept. That is not anti-consumer because Chevy went to Bose and asked them to build something for them so they could use their product line. Here's the thing, and this is something people don't understand. No company has an obligation to make a product for your stuff. For example, PC gamers, you PC gamers, right? No developer has an obligation to make games for your PC. There is no law, there is no obligation. Developers and publishers are a business. They make decisions for the best of the business, all right? And if they decide they don't want to make games for PC, then you are not the consumer. What the hell? All right? You're simply not the consumer for this product. All right? Perfect example, Red Dead Redemption, right? The new Red Dead Redemption, even the last one. Hold up. Let me do something. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. We're back. All right. Where was I? Just like Bose, just like Red Dead Redemption, believe it or not, PC gamers are not the consumer audience for Red Dead Redemption. So this game cannot be anti-consumer when you're not even the consumer audience. That's what you guys, I think that's the part people don't understand. For a product to be anti-consumer, one, it has to be geared towards the specific consumer audience, and then it has to do something that impacts the consumer audience. You understand what I'm saying? All right. If a game is not meant for PC, then you PC gamers are not the audience. Now, of course, they're going to say, well, I'm a gamer, I'm a consumer. No. If you only own a PC, right, and that's the only platform you game on, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not for you. You are not the consumer target group for that game. In order to be the consumer target group or the potential consumer target group for that game, you have to have a PlayStation or an Xbox. That's the consumer audience, okay? And again, so now we got Red Dead Redemption 2, right? The consumer audience is PlayStation gamers and Xbox gamers. That game and what's going to happen to that game, the anti-consumer practice behind the game is when we buy the game and we cannot play the multiplayer because we need an Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus subscription. That is anti-consumer for us. Do you understand? We're the consumer. We pay $60 for Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption has the online, but we can't play it because somebody else wants money for something that's included in a game that we pay $60 for. That is the anti-consumer aspect. The fact that the game is not on PC, that's not anti-consumer. Rockstar don't want to make games for PC. They don't want to release Red Dead Redemption on PC. That's not anti-consumerism. That's their choice. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's all it is. If you're a PC gamer and you're like, oh man, you're not making Red Dead Redemption for PC, that's anti-consumer. No, that means you're just salty. That just means you feel entitled because you think a company has to make a game. As I'll use another example. Cuphead. Cuphead's on PC. It's on Xbox. It's not on PlayStation. That's not anti-consumer. You know, the people, Studio MR, whatever their name is, they don't have to make the game for PlayStation 4. They're not obligated to make a game for PlayStation 4. Give you another example. Hell, I'll take this back. Ninja Gaiden. At the time, you know, Itagaki, you know what I'm saying? He hated the PlayStation platform. That's why under his wing, he never released Ninja Gaiden Black on the PlayStation 2. He did not like the platform. He kept it exclusive to Xbox. That's not anti-consumer. Oh, fuck you, Itagaki. That shit should be on PlayStation. You shouldn't make me forced to buy an Xbox to play your game. You punk ass. No, that's not how it is. It's his game. He has the right to make the game for the platform he wants. He wanted his game to be on Xbox because he felt Xbox had the best hardware to bring his vision, and that's it. Nothing anti-consumer about that. The only consumer of the game were Xbox gamers. That was the consumer audience. A company has the right to make the decisions of what they're going to sell and who to sell to in terms of that. So this whole thing of, oh, you didn't put it on my platform? No, that's not anti-consumer. That's self-entitlement. You're making yourself feel too important. PlayStation, it is what it is. If they don't want to make game for Xbox, it is for it is. If they don't want to make games for the PC, it is for it is. If you feel you feel left out, that's not anti-consumer. It's just you feeling entitled to something that the person who made the game don't want the platform to have. That's just the reality. It's just entitlement. And because you're so self-entitled, you want to use a word and change its definition. So you could use it as a battle against the companies. But the problem is anti-consumerism has a real definition, has real meaning, has real purpose on what anti-consumerism does. You know, and a lot of it has to deal with sociological, race, protected categories. You know, it has to deal with a lot of stuff. It's just not simply, oh shit, you didn't make a game for my console. Oh, you made it for that. You made it for that console, but you didn't make it for mine. You didn't make it. I made the decision to buy this platform, and you're not gonna make the game because of I made the decision. You realize I made this decision, right? You realize this is the console I want to play, and you don't want to make games for this. No, you're anti-consumer. You're a piece of crap. You're anti-consumer. You're so anti-consumer. You're a piece of crap. I'm gonna make sure I go on the internet and I'm gonna tell everybody how anti-consumer you are. So that way nobody buys your games because you're not for the consumer. So anti-consumer. Because I made the decision to buy this console. You make games for this because I said so. No, that's not how it works. You're self-entitled. You know what I'm saying? You're just another example of people that wants a participation trophy. Stop it. Like, cut it out. It is what it is. All right? And this is not a Sony pony thing because I just give example. Cuphead is on PlayStation. Oh my God. Anti-consumer. No. The companies who in the game, they made the decision for the best profits or the best way to do it. And that's the vision they went. That's it. If you only own a PlayStation, you live with the decision. If you only own an Xbox, you live with that decision. If you only own a PC, live with that decision. There is no entitlement. There is no obligation from anybody to make games on any of these platforms. All right? Look at all the developers that only make phone games. Are we going to call them anti-consumer too because they don't put their phone games on our platform? Are iPhone and Samsung phone tablet gamers, should they start going out and push the anti-consumer agenda against these people who only make games for, or they put these games on whatever? That they should find a way to make these games for tablets or whatever. I mean, should Nintendo fans start going out and say, hey, the industry is anti-consumer because they're not putting their third-party games on the Switch? Come on now. It's just a reality. The reality is there's a huge thing of entitlement. Listen, whatever platform you bought, if you bought a PlayStation, you have to take the good with the bad. If you bought an Xbox, you take the good with the bad. You bought a PC, you take the good with the bad. And that's it. If a game doesn't come out, developers don't want it. It ain't anti-consumer, it's business. It's basic business practice. It's been around for decades. The definition of anti-consumerism has true meaning, true impact. I suggest you all actually study it other than using your own personal emotions of self-entitlement and trying to push it out with anti-consumerism. Like, here's the thing. I have this pet peeve. There's one thing that does give me a little trigger, and it's false information and people not talking about accurate information or people not using knowledge and education, stuff like that. When people start switching and making up misinformation and twisting things, that annoys me because it's like, if all we're going to talk about is misinformation, then what are we actually talking about in this community? What are we actually talking about on podcasts and on Twitter if everything that comes out is nothing but misinformation, misinterpretation, and lies? Then it's not worth having a conversation. Like, I just don't want to have a conversation with anybody. If it ends up being that the whole community just talks lies and misinformation, I just won't participate. It's a waste of time to talk about lies and misinformation, and it just doesn't help nobody. Everybody has an agenda, and I think in terms of anti-consumerism, and that's in that regard, is, to me, it's the self-entitlement agenda. And that's just how I see it. That's just a reality. All right, so let's see what's going on. So misinformation. PR's bald. Hey, I am not bald. I just have a big forehead. See? That's misinformation, Chan man. See? That's what I'm talking about. I just have a big forehead. Get it right. Stop lying, you weirdo. No, I'm just kidding, man. Okay. Here's the biggest thing. Okay. Hey, I see Rhythm. If in 2 years Rockstar decides, you know what, we're gonna put it, fine, they put it. If they do, they do. But right here, right now, PC gamers aren't the target audience for Red Dead. I mean, is Red Dead 1 on PC? No. I mean, you could say, "Oh, in 2 years I'm gonna revisit and I'm gonna own you, Puerto. No, moron." Excuse me. Let me back up. I apologize. It just means they had a different strategy. Maybe in 2 years they change their mind. Maybe they won't. What I'm talking about is the here and now. The here and now. Can you buy? Can you pre-order Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC? Simple question. No. So are you the audience? If you're a PC gamer and that's your only platform, can you play it? No. Is there potential that they release it in a year? Yes, there's always potential. There's always potential for a game to appear on PC or on another platform a year or two later. It's potential. Just like there was potential. You're right. GTA 5 is on PC. Yes, it is. All right. Max Payne 3. Is Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC? Is Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC? No, Max Payne 3 is on PC, but last I checked, wasn't Max Payne 1 and 2 on PC first before consoles? And Grand Theft Auto 5 wasn't the first Grand Theft Auto on PC, right? So Red Dead Redemption is on PC. Is that what you're telling me, Icy? Is it on PC? Are you sure? So you're telling me you could play Red Dead Redemption 1, and I don't want to hear this emulation crap. I'm talking about it's on there. Do I like Arlie Hermy in uniform? No, I don't act like Arlie Hermy. Oh, God rest his point. I didn't. Oh, no. Icy Rhythms. That's my point. You take one game and say that Rockstar doesn't value PC gamers. When did I say Rockstar doesn't value PC gamers? Did any or type 2 and say Icy Rhythms full of shit? I never said Rockstar don't value PC gamers. When did I say that? All I said was Red Dead Redemption 2 PC is not the target audience for that game. That's all I said. Just that one game. I didn't say anything about Rockstar don't value that PC gamers. Never did I didn't even say that. Type 2 if you think Icy's full of crap. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. Why the fuck are we lying? I never said but Rockstar don't value PC gamers. The word value didn't even come out my mouth. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about lies, misinformation, and bullshit. How can we have a conversation? I didn't say that. Okay? My man says I have no proof. Rockstar is announced. It's coming out in October. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say it's never ever going to come to PC. All I'm saying is right here, right now, it's not the target audience. Rockstar announced Red Dead Redemption 2. It's coming out in October. Not announced for PC. It's coming out for Xbox and PlayStation. As of now, PC is not the audience. It just is. Okay? But where's the proof? Okay, how about this? On PC in October. How about that? And if you can't, there's my proof. Jesus Christ. Could the game come out in a year? Yes, its potential could come out in a year. The game may never come out. It's not guaranteed to come out either. Who knows what Rockstar has plans? It could come out for PC eventually, but right here, right now, they announced it strictly for Xbox. And I'll be honest, I don't see why it wouldn't be on PC day one anyway. I don't see why it would be time exclusive on consoles. I don't see the point. All right? But let's put it this way. You the one that came out with bullshit. You started off the conversation with bullshit. Remember, I never said Rockstar don't value PC gamers. You did that. That's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? If you want to start drama, at least let it be real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna advise you just like I advise any other dude. I can't be beat with lies and misinformation. I use truth and I destroy people with truth all the time. And for whatever reason, people want to come at me with misinformation and lies and just switching up stories. And in the end, it just looks bad on them. I didn't say PC gamers weren't valued by Rockstar, whatever. All I said was that right now, Red Dead Redemption is not the target audience for PC. It's not coming out on PC. It's just not there. If the game comes out a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, then it is for what it is during that time. It is what it is on that time. I don't need to be more clear. It's simple. You're not getting the game this October. You have consumers in October, November, December, following months, whatever. And that consumer is who? Is it PC gamers? No, it's console gamers. Maybe the day it does come out on PC, everything changes. Now PC gamers is the audience for the game. But are you the audience when the game launches for Red Dead Redemption? It's not a hard question, really. Are PC gamers the consumer audience for this game? You know, it's like right now. I'll even ask you a question right now. Name me the platforms, the gamers, who's the consumer audience for PUBG. Name me the consumer audience for PUBG. I could tell you one of the consumer audience that's not PlayStation 4. Now, is it most likely going to come to PlayStation 4? I think so. PC, Xbox, all those guys could play it. Hell, even he's in it on phones, right? PUBG's on phone now, right? So he's on a goddamn phone. But which consumer audience can't get PUBG? Which is a consumer audience that's locked out, that has no involvement in PUBG. They can't do anything about it. They can't get it. PlayStation 4 gamers. Is that going to change? I think so. But right now, everything that they're doing is geared towards Xbox, PC, and mobile gamers. Everything that they're doing is geared towards that audience. It is what it is. You know? But that's really the whole point, was more on this whole anti-consumerism stuff and stuff like that. But again, stick to the words I'm saying. This whole Rockstar don't value PC gamers, that's weird. Because I don't know where the hell you got that from. That was just mad weird that you said that. Mad weird. But so yeah, so that was the off topic of the day. I think that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much. What is it? What we have? Where we at? We're oh, wait a minute. What are you drinking? Oh, it's just water, flavored water. I think I showed what. It's just this joint right here. It tastes pretty good. Right there. Zero everything. 0 calories. Again, it helped me kick off my drinking binge with soda. But anyway, this is your boy Puerto Rock 77. This is your boy Puerto Rock 77. Thank you so much for rocking out, hanging out. My man said hydrate. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go back to playing some God of War. You guys enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification, all that good stuff. All right. You'll also see the link to my Twitter. You know, subscribe there so we can continue the conversation. Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern. The Z and Puerto Rock show, Digital Streets, whatever we're going to call it, will be on my channel. You understand what I'm saying? So check it out. It'll be this Sunday on my channel now. It'll be me and Z, and we're just going to talk about, you know, topics in gaming and stuff like that, all right? All right. Man, Semper Fi, brother. You know what I'm saying? Take care. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoy your weekend and stuff like that. And that's it. Enjoy gaming. And I'm out of here. Subscribe to the channel because I'm your only friend in these YouTube streets.